Hey, everybody. You're listening to the WFMU East Orange, WXHD Mount Hope, worldwide on the World Wide Web at WFMU.org. My name is Tom Scharpling, and this is the best show on WFMU. We're going to be with you from 8 p.m. until 11 p.m. But in the meantime, actually, I don't have any records ready. So, let's just listen to the ambient sounds of the building while I put a record on over here. Okay, I think I found the record we're going to play. Doot, 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 doot. Doot, 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 doot. And by request, from the Wild Things Volume 1 compilation, the Lottie Dawes with Don't Stand in My... Oh, I played the wrong music. See? Everybody out. Everybody out. You, out.
I have to go get a cable from upstairs.
Dave has to go get a cable. I would never say Dave out. I got to clear the room. I have an audience in here tonight. Do I dance like a chimp? Am I a monkey? For your amusement? No, I'm not.
Don't stand in my way. If you do, you get hurt today. Sick of people questioning me. I'm bringing out, don't try to hold. Don't stand in my way. Don't stand in my way. You what I say. Don't stand in my way. Don't stand in my way. Bring it out. Please get away. Hey. Gonna need a lot of beef. Gonna do just what I please. Know what's right and what is wrong. Just depends whose side you're on. Don't stand in my way. My own side. Another state of mental decay. Bring him out, don't stand in my way. 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 Bring him out, please get away. Talk to avoid a mess. TV fans, watch yourself on video. See me on the Big Beat Show. Yeah, big dog. You know a steaming bowl of washers. On a nice hot day like this would be a nice surprise. So wing fans, little boy tie up and I'm through for the day. War is fun. Going down the turnpike, have a laugh with the jets. Penny boy, falling on a licorice, dancing on a cyclotron. Your mouth is a vast wasteland. You're a little baby born. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Candy Graham, standing on a corner with a flashlight in her hand. I hate girls, climbing to the canister, warm in the morning. Pasty faces, evil nitrate on the ground. Barbie doll, Kelvinator, 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 Kelvinator. Your mouth is a vast wasteland. Baby bird gets on your dress.
All right. Hey, everybody. You're listening to the best show on WFMU. My name's Tom Scharpling. I'm here with you until 11. 3 hours of mirth, music, and mayhem. And I'll have you know that while the music, we can use a very conservative term to define the music portion of the show. The mirth portion is very wide open. Anything constitutes mirth within this show. And mayhem is just automatic, the mayhem. Just comes with the package. Hey, we heard from Oneida. From their fantastic new album on the Jaguar label called Anthem of the Moon. We heard All Around Her. Oneida were awesome out on the boat the other night. I rocked out to them heartily. They played the Frying Pan. Good stuff, guys. I tip my hat to ye. Oh, the Electric Eels. Before that, there's a new CD out called The Eyeball of Hell on the Scat record label. And this record collects a bunch of unreleased cuts by the band The Electric Eels out of Ohio. And by the way, John Morton from The Electric Eels. Oh, hey, the song we heard was Cyclotron. John Morton from the Electric Eels will be appearing on Brian's show. Brian from heard every Tuesday from 3 until 6 p.m. on November 27th. So stay tuned for that. The Mad 3 from Japan checking in before that. Their album Jack the Violence came out a few years ago. We heard the title track from the Jack the Violence album, which is entitled Jack the Violence. Before that, the Briefs. Crazy band from the Pacific Northwest, I believe. We heard Where Did He Go? From their album Hit After Hit. And I've got to tell you guys and gals, the Briefs will be appearing on the Cherry Blossom Clinic in the very near future. When I've got a date on that, I will let you know. The Lazy Cowgirls, before that, they did a 7-inch on the Sub Pop label, covering 2 songs by Glenn Danzig and the Misfits. We heard Loretta from the Lazy Cowgirls, and starting us off from the Wild Things comp, by request, the La-Di-Das with Don't You Stand in My Way. And hey, everybody, the phone number, 201-200-9368. It is, tonight, as it is most Tuesdays, between 8 p.m. and 11 p.m., Open Phone Tuesdays. So you just call the number 201-200-9368 to get in on the action, to get in on what's going down. The email address is toms@wfmu.org, TOMS@wfmu.org. You write your email, I read it. The screen is wired right now. I'm staring at it. Your email would come in quick. Boom. Right in front of my eyes. It's instantaneous. TOMS@wfmu.org. Hey, everybody. Do you know what is going on this weekend? November 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Do you know? Who knows? First caller, 201-200-9368. Who can tell me what's going on November 2nd, 3rd, and 4th? Come on, you know what's going on. This weekend. I shan't continue until someone tells me what's going on. November 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Okay, you need a hint? It's at the Metropolitan Pavilion in Manhattan. What's going on this weekend? November 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Who knows? WFMU, you're on the air. What's going on this weekend?
It would be your record fair.
You're correct. The WFMU Record Fair.
You're correct. The WFMU record.
Are you going?
No, actually,
Then get off my phone if you're not going. How dare you? Thank you. Someone's bringing me a soda. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I don't need a straw. Change. Thank you. Did you get a receipt? No? Go back and get a receipt. It's for tax purposes. November 2nd, 3rd, and 4th equals the WFMU Record Fair at the Metropolitan Pavilion in Manhattan. There's going to be over 100 dealers at this thing selling everything you've ever seen. Anything. You imagine it, it's going to happen. It's just like the song in Rocky Horror, "Don't dream it, be it." Actually, that doesn't apply. But it's a lot similar to that on some level, which I'm not aware of yet. WFMU's semi-annual record fairs are known worldwide for being the best record fairs ever that have ever been since Edison invented the cylinder. And people were selling them at flea markets on weekends, in between people selling secondhand clothes and hubcaps. The birth of the flea market. The WFMU Record Fair rose from those dubious ashes. Ignominious ashes. Is that the right word, Dave? Ignominious ashes. See, I read a lot, so I don't know how to pronounce these things. Ignominious ashes. It rose from those ashes to become the greatest record fair that was, is, and ever shall be. Much like Roy Hobbs from The Natural. Not exactly. Again, that's another metaphor that Not holding up. But anyway, there's going to be beer, which I know appeals to a lot of you people. There's going to be Two Boots Pizza, games, and tons of FMU tchotchkes. And there will be live broadcasts of the fair. So if you ever wanted to see your favorite WFMU DJ in action, this is your opportunity. Chris T., Rex, Glenn Jones, Bill Kelly, Diane Kamikaze, and others working their magic in person. Now get this. If that's not enough, I want to talk to either Hova or Belinda right now. Call Hova or Belinda. Tell us about what you have planned for the record fair. I know you're listening, hanging on every word. You know what to do. Call Hova and or Belinda. Call and tell us what's going on at the record fair that you have planned. During Greasy Kid Stuff, if you ever wanted to see Greasy Kid Stuff live, this is your once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. They have something planned, very exciting. And later in the show, DJ Charlie is going to host a live set from the Moldy Peaches, who will play more than 2 songs, I add. Now you're saying, where is this? Where is all this going down? There can't be one. All of this entertainment couldn't fit under one roof. Well, my friend, you are incorrect. Because at 125 West 18th Street, between 6th and 7th Avenues, in New York City, New York, that's where it all goes down. Regular admission, $5. And that's from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Friday, or from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Saturday or Sunday. If you're already too excited and you have to get a crack at those records before anybody else does, pony up your $20 early admission fee on Friday at 4 p.m. That gets you in ahead of the rest of the teeming masses. You earn free admission for the rest of the weekend when you do that. And by the way, all these proceeds for the record fair, they don't go to some catering thing or some lunch truck that the station loads up on. No, it all goes to WFMU. This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, November 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, the WFMU Record Fair will be back. Get ready. Now, you know what tonight is, right? Everybody knows. If you look at your calendar, it's October 30th, which means that tonight is Halloween. As everybody knows, the 30th is the exciting day of Halloween, and wait, no, that's tomorrow, the 31st. It's Halloween. That means that tonight's Mischief Night. It's Mischief Night. I want to talk to anyone out there. Actually, that's pretty much I want to talk to anyone out there. No, that's not what I want. If you are a young man or woman getting ready to go out on Mischief Night, I want to talk to you. 201-200-9368. Who's getting ready to egg some houses, toilet paper some trees? I'm the person you've got to call. I need live reports from the kids out roaming neighborhoods, vandalizing like animals. I want to hear from people who just got hit with eggs. I want to hear from people watching these kids slinking down the streets with cans of shaving cream in their hands. Now, I understand that tonight it's a hard sell for the program, considering that Michael Jordan is making his dramatic return at Madison Square Garden. Playing for the Washington Wizards. I understand that the New York Yankees are in Game 3 of the World Series going on out in the Bronx tonight. I understand all of these things. So maybe this show comes in a distant third to those two events. But if you are a mischief maker heading out to vandalize your neighborhood, I want to talk to you. I also want to talk to people who have committed acts of mischief on previous mischief nights. If you are a grown-up, an adult, and in your background you've committed mischief. You soaped a window or two. I'd love to hear about your adventures. In the world of mischief. The email's pouring in here. Let's check out Christopher in Toronto saying he might go to the record fair. This guy's in Toronto and he's going to go. My good friend Hugh out at Cornell University saying your show is complete madness tonight. Total unabrogated mayhem. Today is my birthday too, by the way, and your show feels just like a gift. Oh, that's so nice, Hugh. I appreciate that. My friend Hugh. You know what, Hugh? If there's a request you want to hear, you let me know. We will get it on for you. Prescott, Arizona, checking in. Russell from Prescott, Arizona, listening via the internet to the show. Thank you, Russell. It is Mischief Night. Who's going out to make some mischief? Who's gone out to make mischief? I know no one's listening. You're all watching Michael Jordan shoot 17-footers. I'd be doing the same thing. No, I wouldn't. I'd be listening to this show. No, I wouldn't. I'd be doing the same thing. No, I wouldn't. I'd be listening to this show. I'm getting back to the music. What do you think of that? Huh? We've got a couple of requests coming up later in the show from people who made them last week. I will honor them this week. But in the meantime, let's listen to something from the Mops on WFMU. That didn't sound the way it was supposed to. Hey, listen to something from the Mops on WFMU.
Now, young girls and boys, and ladies and gentlemen, listen to me. We are singing the song Night of San Francisco by Akbar and the Animals. Because we like them, we love them. So we think they were most grateful groups in the world, and we want to be great as animals, and we follow them. And I think song, listen to me, San Francisco Night. This foreign poem is dedicated to the city and the people of San Francisco who may not know it, but they are beautiful and so in the city. This is a very personal song, and if any of you cannot understand it, and particularly those of you who are European residents, save up all your bread and fly transfer of airway to San Francisco, USA. Then maybe you understand the song. It will be worth it. If not for the sake of this song, then for the sake of you on the peace of my mind. Starlight beam creates me, was a move, mine do too. What a warm San Francisco night. The old child, young child, feel alright. What a warm San Francisco night. Angels sing, let swing. Dream of blue, holiday pigeon too. What a warm San Francisco night. Child angel, young angel, be alright. What a warm San Francisco night. I was born there, perhaps I died there. There's no prayer to let you go. San Franciscan. Cups fade with thrill with the hay. Have them by his own sickle love. When will they ever, never land? Old cat, young cat, be alright. What a warm San Francisco night. Children are cool, they don't race cool. I'm a country, in Korean too. San Franciscan.
New forms of magnetism to be disrupted. All my thoughts have been corrupted. You've seen me wrong for all time. Trapped in space and I'm eclipsed. My world is turning sideways, eclipsed. Set her back in nothing, eclipsed. We gravitate, grab love and hate. Light years hoping it's not too late. Look into the universe now, with the ghosts of stars. Know how it feels to be eclipsed. Strategy unfolding, eclipse. Trajectory of a lonely eclipse. The moment of beholding, eclipse. I'm eclipsed. Shadow eclipse, frame without a window eclipse. Here I go. So how could you know? So how could you know? So how could you know?
All right, everybody. Hey, you're listening to the best show on WFMU. My name is Tom Scharpling, and I'm here for another 2 hours and 7 minutes. There's 2 hours and 7 minutes left in the program. We are at the 8:53 mark right now. The phone number is 201-200-9368 if you want to get in on the action. It's Open Phone Tuesday. The phones are exploding with action tonight. So if you want to be a part of the action, 200-9368, 201-200-WFMU is the number to call. The email address, toms@wfmu.org. You write your little email like this. Listen. And then I read it. Comes right away. Instantaneously. toms@wfmu.org. We just heard by request, going out to Jack the Armenian. He wanted to hear Syd Barrett's Dark Globe, and you know what I said? I'll play it. So Jack, that one is for you, my friend. From the Madcap Laughs album, Dark Globe by Syd Barrett. Starting off before that was Neil Haggerty, formerly of Royal Trucks and Pussy Galore, now a member of the Neil Michael Haggerty Boogie Band. The solo album just called Neil Michael Haggerty. We heard Whip Laugh in Park. Ah, the Outrageous Cherry before that. Who doesn't like the Outrageous Cherry? Who amongst ye doth not like the Outrageous Cherry? Come forth, lest ye be smote by thine sword. How dareth thee? How dareth thee? From their album Out There in the Dark, we heard Eclipsed, new stuff from the Outrageous Cherry, a fantastic 7-inch by the Desperate Bicycles. Grief is Very Private. And this is a record I picked up at the WFMU Record Fair. So if you wants to know where to get the records, the WFMU Record Fair this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, that's where you got to go. The Desperate Bicycles, and starting us off, the Mops, from their album Psychedelic Sounds in Japan. We heard San Francisco Nights. And as I have mentioned before, it is Mischief Night tonight, October 30th. I'm looking for you, the listener / mischief maker. To contact me and let me know. I want to talk to the kids who are going out on Mischief Night tonight. If you're at home and you're like a kid, call me, 201-200-9368. We will keep this completely under wraps. I will not expose your identity. I want to talk to mischief makers. I got an email here. Or I'll talk to people who I want to hear your past Mischief Night experiences. Like Jack. emailing me. Jack in Vermont. We'll get to Jack's exciting Mischief Night story. But here's a phone call. Hey, WFMU, you're on the air.
Hey, Tom, it's Mischievous Dave, and I'm going to do some mischief tonight.
Really? How old are you, Dave?
About 40.
And you're going to go out on Mischief Night?
Of course, I've gone out on Mischief Night every night. Every year since I was like 8.
And what are you going to do tonight, Dave?
So tonight, I'm going to do some big-time mischief on my old lady's body. But first, I am going to lay some eggs.
Ugh. The only thing you're defacing is my show with a phone call like that. Yes, laying eggs is what you did, Dave. And speaking of Daves, I'd like to say thank you to my associate, Dave, for coming down and screening calls and making things just run a little bit smoother. Thank you, Dave. He just gave me the Benny Hill salute. I don't know what that was, actually. I think that was the backwards, like the back of your hand against your forehead, the way Benny Hill saluted. But anyway, Mischief Night Stories, call 201-200-9368. Here's an email I got from Jack in Vermont checking in. He says, up in Vermont, apparently, they call it Cabbage Night. Cabbage Night? I guess that's something that only Vermonters would understand. I guess it may be different because I live in Vermont, he says. Just getting ready to go out and wreak some havoc. Specifically, my weapons will be shaving cream, eggs, molasses, honey, hair clippings, and toilet paper. Last year, I almost got caught by the cops. As I was pouring grease, I snuck out of the school cafeteria on the principal's car. Oh, that's spectacular. Well, that was a lucky break, and this year I'm going to be more discreet and less noticeable. The one thing I must say to other mischief makers out there is don't smash pumpkins. They are works of art and deserve to be loved and appreciated. Jack says, pumpkin smashers aren't real cabbage nighters in my book. So I guess out in Detroit it's called Devil's Night. And they literally like burn towns down. Like they'll burn like full like neighborhoods to the ground. Here it's called Mischief Night. I wasn't a big Mischief Night person, though, I have to say, because I'm a good person. I'm a law-abiding, upstanding person. I would take October 30th as a chance to help the less fortunate. I would rake a neighbor's lawn unannounced. Those are the kind of things I did. But I know I'm the exception in this cesspool of humanity that is the WFMU listening audience. You crooks and criminals, you celebrate your evil. All I'm here is a little old DJ just saying WFMU East Orange, WXHD Mount Hope, worldwide on the World Wide Web at WFMU, and taking your phone calls tonight at 201-200-9368. The number to get in on the action. If you are a Mischief Nighter, I know you're in the car listening to something. You know you're listening to this show. So take out your cell phone. This is how I picture this show. In an ideal world, this is how this show comes off. Phone call comes in. WFMU, you're on the air. Yeah, hey, Tom, right now I'm walking through a neighborhood. I just threw an egg at an old lady. Oh, wow, that's great. Let me know what else goes on during the show. All right, man. Another call. WFMU. Hey, I just toilet papered somebody's house. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, the guy sprayed us from the roof of his house with his hose. Wow, that's fantastic. Well, call me back when things go on. WFMU. Hey, it's me. Who's this? It's me, the person who just kept calling. It's you, actually. Wait, who is this? It's me, Tom, calling you. I don't understand. Now I'm confused. No, it's me, the one who's calling. I was pretending to be those people who were out on Mischief Night in your ideal interpretation of how your show would go down tonight. Why are you calling me? I'm not calling you. I didn't even pick up the phone. I'm just talking. Now I'm scared. Why should you be scared? It's just me. Who? You. Me? Yeah, you. Now I'm confused. I'm confused too. Why are you confused? Because I'm you. That's why I'm confused. So are you out on Mischief Night? No, I'm out just trying to, I'm here with you at WFMU just trying to simulate the kind of calls you're looking to get tonight. So that's how my show would go in a perfect world. 201-200-9368. I just got a message here from Dave asking if I need a hug. But was that based on that last exchange? No, I'm fine. I'm in control. So again, yes, I know I'm up against the big basketball game. Michael Jordan back at Madison Square Garden. Yes, the New York Yankees are playing in the World Series, Game 3 tonight. I know all of these things are going on. But you don't gots to do, not everybody wants just that. Let's see what's going on with the Yankee game. Here, as we check the score on our fantastic high-tech computer. Scores. Major League Baseball scores. And your New York Yankees have 1 run, have committed 1 error, and are scoreless. But the Arizona Diamondbacks, 1 hit. I'm sorry, the Yankees have 1 hit, 1 error, no runs. The Arizona Diamondbacks, 12 runs on 16 hits. No, they're actually scoreless also. I figured I'd make that up. But then again, if you cared, you wouldn't be listening to the show anyway. Mischief Night. Come on. You grown. I want to talk to grown-ups then who went out on Mischief Night. You know what? You're not good enough to call this program. I'm not begging for a call ever again for the rest of my whole life, ever again. Will I beg people to call 201-200-9368 right now, please? I'm just kidding. I'm not begging for your calls right now because I'm sad that you're not calling. I'm not begging you. Is there a word more extreme than begging? That's the only thing. No, actually. I'll just get back to the music because this show consists of mirth. Check. Mirth. Mayhem. Check. Music. Equal parts. Here's something from the new album from the one and only Vincent Gallo. It's a song called Honey Bunny on WF.
Thanks a lot. Ken Vandermark, Tim Mulvanna, and Mac McCon. Thanks a lot.
Don't break me, you you're under the tree for me. You better wish that I have wonderful for free. You better wish that I have wonderful for free.
Right, everybody. Hey, this is the best show on WFMU. My name, Tom Scharpling. Here with you until 11. And I'm proud to tell you that your New York Knicks lead the Washington Wizards 57-52 in their attempt to vanquish Michael Jordan once and for all. My voice fails me. Oh, we just heard from the record by Old Time Religion, Going Out by request to the birthday boy, Hugh. We heard Old Time Religion from their album Witchcraft Rebellion. Vampire Sushi, the name of that song. Before that, Mark Robinson. The album Canada's Green Highways. The song, Wonderful. And wonderful is the exact description I would use to describe his performance on the WFMU that he did a few, I guess he did it last week. I heard it broadcast. It was very entertaining. It was on the Cherry Blossom Clinic. Very exciting. A lot of good live music on WFMU. A lot of good live music. Who doesn't like the live music? Speaking of live music, recorded live. Portastatic featuring Ken Vandermark and Tim Mulvaney. The EP is called The Perfect Little Door. And we heard When You Crashed. And starting us off, Vincent Gallo. Director, producer, writer, filmmaker, actor, musician, painter. He does a little bit of everything, and one thing that he did well is this album. It's called When. And we heard Honey Bunny. Hey, the phone number is 201-200-9368. And tonight, as you know, it is Mischief Night, October 30th. We got an email from someone in Canada. Saying, Dear Tom, I'm at my new job tonight listening to your show. And then in parentheses, hooray, with an exclamation point, and then a closed parentheses. And thinking to myself, what is this Mischief Night Tom keeps going on about? Is this an American concept, or perhaps it's present in Canada as well, and I've just been living in a hole? Colleen from Canada also saying, boy, wouldn't it be funny if Tom integrated the word girth as much as possible into the rest of his set. I don't know if I have that in me. To add the word girth into the rest of the set. Because the thing about the word girth is that it's a hard word to place in average conversation. I mean, there's other words I could use I could slip into conversation, but girth is not going to be an easy one to fit in. So therefore, I don't know if I will fit the word girth into the rest of my set. Another nice email from Bobby checking in. Bobby with an IE, not with a Y. Tom, I've been listening to your show in the archive. I'm thrilled to be listening live. Wow. Please make me a friend of Tom. That's right, and the Friends of Tom, I should mention, is this show's fan club, and for lack of a better term, fan club. For you are not fans, we would be in this all together. You and I side by side. Well, actually, you all side by side, and me, floating majestically above you on my mechanical cloud machine, staring down at you. No, that's not how it would work. All of us side by side, lifting me above everyone else. No, that's not true either. Side by side equals every one of us. I'm working on the website is coming together, slowly but surely. I don't want to roll it out till it's ready. The membership cards are in the works. I picked out the paper, and we're working on the layout of them now. They should be done pretty soon. And if you want to join and become a friend of Tom, which is the name of the club, it was called Scharpling's Army at one point, but in this current state of things, I felt a military name might not be in the greatest spirit of things. So now it's Friends of Tom. Email toms@wfmu.org and say, make me a friend of Tom's, or I want to be in the Friends of Tom. But the key is to email toms@wfmu.org. And the great thing about Friends of Tom is the abbreviation is FOT. F-O-T. Now your question, Colleen from Canada. What is this Mischief Night? Let me answer it. Mischief Night is it's the night before Halloween, and it's based on an ancient, I don't know what it's based on, actually, but I'm sure it's ancient. And what you do is you go out on October 30th at night, and you, with eggs and shaving cream and toilet paper. I don't know what you call it up in Canada, but here we call it toilet paper or toilet tissue. And you throw eggs at people's houses and cars and soap up their windows, and you basically do damage or mischief. So tonight I look for mischief makers. I want kids who are going out, sneaking out tonight on Mischief Night, ready to vandalize their neighborhoods. I want to hear from you kids. I also want to talk to people who've been the victim of Mischief Night, who've woken up on Halloween morning to come out and find their car wrapped in toilet paper. Or I will talk to Mischief Night revelers past. WFMU, you're on the air.
Hello?
Hello.
Am I on the radio?
That's you.
Cool.
You might want to turn your radio down.
I got a need for pandemonium tonight, I'm afraid.
Okay.
See, I was thinking, I mean, I'm a good person, but, maybe I could go out and rearrange the trash cans because, the guys come in to pick up the trash on Wednesday. Okay. But what are they going to do, if they come out on my block and I'm at 172, right? Mm-hmm. But they see 167 as the trash can in the front of my brownstone. Are they going to pick that up?
Okay, so you're looking to maybe put some trash cans out of order.
Out of order, yeah.
Yeah, see, that's not as crazy. That's not. Have you ever thrown an egg at someone's house?
No.
Do you know people who have done that?
No.
Have you ever heard of Mischief Night?
Yeah, yeah, we call that something different though.
What did you call it? Where'd you come from, first of all?
Out west.
Well, let me see if I can guess what you called it. Tell me where you came from, and I will guess what we call Mischief Night here.
Denver, Colorado.
Denver, Colorado. So you're in Denver, Colorado. Growing up, what age here are we talking about approximately? Like what year did you call it?
This was in the like early 1980s.
No, did you grow up knowing it as this thing?
No.
It just kind of became that thing.
It was very different. Yes. It became that eventually. It didn't start out that way.
Let's see. Denver, Colorado.
Yeah.
Early 80s.
Yeah. New wave.
New wave.
That's, yeah.
You called Mischief Night out there.
Lemming Night.
No, Rocky. Rocky? Does it start with Rocky?
Yeah.
Rocky Vandals Night? Rocky Vandals Night. That's my guess.
No.
Did you call it Lemmings Night?
Yeah. Well, that's what we called it. That's just that was kind of like a nickname.
Now, did one person call it Lemmings Night and the rest of you just started calling it that?
Well, that's what I called it that.
And then everyone just copied you?
Yeah.
They followed you?
Well, yeah.
Like,
some of the other guys that I was going to school with.
No, like, they copied you and just followed you like a what?
Like a lemon.
Yes!
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You see how this all works out?
Yeah. So you think that'll work good, though? Because trash guys, I mean, maybe they won't pick it up. You know, it's one, this trash can doesn't belong to that. You know?
I think you should try it.
I'm going to do that. I'm not a bad person for this.
Do you have a cell phone?
No, but no.
Can you buy a cell phone within the next hour?
Yeah.
And get it activated?
I have a friend who has a cell phone.
Get that cell phone. Where are you living now, if you don't mind me asking?
I live near New York. It's Brooklyn. I live in Brooklyn.
My friend, I've got news for you.
Do you live in Brooklyn?
No, Brooklyn is not near New York.
Oh.
Brooklyn is New York.
Word.
Now, when you see that, thank you. I was going to correct you, because when you say word, it's not a question.
Oh.
You can't say word. You said word? It's got to be word.
Word.
You know what I say? Word to your mother. You know what that means? Do you know what that means?
Yeah, sure.
Can you tell me? Because I actually don't know what it means.
Yeah, I don't know.
Me neither.
Yeah.
So when you've got that cell phone, I need a live call from of you doing the actual act of vandalism, of mischief.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
And what's your name again?
Jeremy.
Jeremy, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. You have a good night.
Bye.
Okay. Okay. I want field reports from mischief makers. If you're causing trouble, it is Mischief Night. 201-200-9368 is the number to get in on the action. Or thomas@wfmu.org. Slowly, the show that is in the wake of the New York Yankees playing the Arizona Diamondbacks. And in the wake of Michael Jordan returning to New York City in Madison Square Garden. Signs of life, my friends. Signs of life. 201-200-9368. WFMU, you're on the air.
Hey, Tom.
Hey.
What's cracking?
I don't know. Who's this?
My name is Gabriel.
Gabriel. Hey, how you doing tonight?
Pretty good, pretty good. Can't complain.
So what are you up to?
Right now I'm just sitting around, but listening to your program. Nothing much. But I heard you talking about Mischief Night, and I just think it's a shame kids don't really know how to like go out and cause mischief like they used to.
Did you used to go out on Mischief Night?
Yeah. We called it actually Cabbage Night, but
where did you grow up?
Jersey.
You called it Cabbage Night, and you lived in New Jersey?
Yeah.
Where in New Jersey?
Bergen County.
Oh, that explains everything.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't. Now, what did you do on Cabbage Night?
We had egg cars, egg houses.
Uh-huh.
If we bumped into other, young people like our age who we didn't like, we'd get into fights. Lots of shaving cream.
Like actual fist fights?
No, do you remember what sock rockets are?
Sock rockets?
Yeah.
No, what are they?
You take a big gym sock or like an old smelly sock, and you'd fill it with like powder, or if you were like really malicious, like you'd put a golf ball in there, and you'd tie off the end so it'd be like weighted, and you'd run around and you'd swing it and you'd hit the other people with this sock full of powder.
Oh my! Hey, now how many people did you kill on Cabbage?
No, we all did it to each other. Like I didn't start it, and I took some of it too. It was just something we did.
Now, did you ever get hit by a sock rocket?
Yeah, everybody did. It was part of Mischief Night. If you bumped into other, back then like 8th grade or whatever, way when I was young, and there was like how there used to be like the surfers versus the greasers. Mm-hmm. It was like the jocks versus the skaters. Mm-hmm. So I was one of like the skater punks. So if we bumped into like one of the kids who played sports, then we'd have it on and we'd like throw eggs at each other and hit each other with socks and stuff.
Now, what is the most malicious thing you ever witnessed or were a part of on a Mischief Night or a
I'm gonna have to plead the fifth on that one.
Look, nobody knows who you are.
No. There was things involving flammables that I don't really want to get into.
Or like setting the street on fire?
Maybe. Stuff like that, yeah.
Well, look, you can tell me. Come on.
No, I'm not going to tell you. You're not going to pull it out of me.
You set the street on fire, didn't you?
What? No. But what I did want to talk about, though, is that a lot of kids, like my friend's kid, she's like 8 years old. It's like her first Mischief Night. Mm-hmm. She was going out. She didn't know how to prepare her weaponry.
Now, who was this that was going out?
My friend's daughter.
Okay.
It's her first Mischief Night. She's like 8 years old, and she was trying to like use the shaving cream, and it wasn't. She didn't understand. This is a little tip for all the kids out there who want to cause mayhem. You take the cap off. It's like don't get shaving gel. Get shaving cream, the foam. You take
what are you going to do with shaving gel? Lather it up?
Yeah, exactly. But
rub
kids don't know. They're stupid.
These kids today are so stupid. They go out on Mischief Night with electric razors, and they shave the cars. You get it?
Yeah, I got it.
That's how dumb these kids today are.
But you take the cap off, and it's got the nozzle part of it, this plastic nozzle.
Okay.
You stick a pin, like a safety pin or something, through the nozzle.
Okay.
And then you take like a lighter or something. Kids, have your parents around, when you're doing this. You take a lighter.
Wait. Kids have to have their parents.
Oh, because they're playing with matches and stuff. Parents should be part of a kid going out on Mischief Night. Making sure their kid doesn't get too hurt.
They should
or
be?
in too much trouble.
Really?
Yeah, my mom bought my eggs and stuff. It was part of growing up.
Okay, I can appreciate
that. So you stick the pin into the nozzle of the shaving cream, and then you light it with a lighter so it melts around the pin. Now, what that'll do is it'll make the hole that the shaving cream comes out of really, really small because it all melted around this teeny, pinhole.
So now you're launching the shaving cream.
Exactly. It's like a smaller, that creates more pressure, and now the shaving cream will shoot out about 20 feet.
Like the trajectory of it.
Yeah, and you could hit
range.
cars. You could be in a bush and spray cars while they're going by.
Wow.
You can hit other people from far away. You don't have to get up close.
Now,
Put yourself in jeopardy.
Now, did you ever get shaving creamed?
Yeah. By the end of Halloween, our hair was sticking up in every other direction. We looked like we came out of a car wash. Like everybody was covered with shaving cream by the end of Halloween.
Now, do you wish you could go back to those days?
No, I think I keep getting better. Like every day I get better. I mean, it'd be nice to be a kid and reminisce and it's all nostalgic and stuff. But no, I get better every day. So I want to get older.
Does part of you wish you could just like a completely juvenile side of you wish that you could just go get the old eggs out and go just bomb someone's house?
I was contemplating it.
But you know what happens now is like you would just get like, if you ever got caught, it's not like, hey, we're going to call your parents. It's like, hey, you're under arrest and you're an adult and
you go to jail.
You're going to sit in jail overnight and
for throwing eggs.
Yeah, for vandalism. Like they would have like, you know, second-degree vandalism and, you know, with intent, you know, just all the things. Like now it's just like, hey, wait, no, I was just out on Mischief Night. No, you're an actual crook now.
I don't. That's petty crime. Who cares?
You know, I like your attitude.
I mean,
now,
you commit a crime every day, probably, right? I do. Nothing big, you know, but jaywalking, and I mean, where do you draw that line?
What crimes do you commit other than jaywalking during a day?
Probably, you know, possession of controlled substances and jaywalking, speeding. I'm always driving too fast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So little things like that, yeah.
Yeah, I don't do anything to hurt other people. I'm never malicious, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't be a free-thinking, free-willed American without, I mean, at least committing a thought crime every day. You know,
Yeah.
You can't even.
Well, you know, I think tonight should be the night that you reclaim your adolescence. You're a grown man. Go buy a dozen eggs. Go buy some shaving cream. And just if you
now,
can't,
who should I target though?
Your boss.
Oh God, that would
Mr. Dalrymple.
Mr. Dalrymple.
That jerk.
But yeah, Mercedes-Benz, right?
Remember when you wanted that raise?
That bonus that they promised me that I never got?
You walked into his office and you're like, hey, Mr. Dalrymple, it's Gabriel asking about the raise I was... and then he went, what do you want, Gabriel? Get out of my office.
And then I clench my teeth together, and
you said, yes,
steam comes out of my ears,
yes,
and then I go to the fridge and get the eggs.
And now you
get my eggy revenge on him.
Exactly, and you lose your job.
My creamy cholesterol-filled revenge.
What kind of revenge?
My creamy cholesterol-filled revenge.
Well, what did you say before that?
My eggy revenge.
Your eggy revenge?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Eggy. I'll take eggy.
So whatever happened to Hot Rockin' Ronnie?
Hopefully we will never hear from the likes of him again.
I thought he was funny, man.
I thought I vanquished him once and for all.
He would call up and be like, you suck. You know who this is? No, this is Hot Rockin' Ronnie. You suck.
Oh, so you're bringing it back now. Now you're giving me the creeps. This isn't Hot Rockin' Ronnie, is it?
No.
No, it's just Hot Rockin' Gabriel.
I'm neither hot nor rockin'. So I'm just old and dirty Gabriel.
Well, I appreciate you giving me the old wringle tonight.
Yeah, no problem. I just wanted the kids to know how to shoot their shaving cream.
Well, thank you. You have helped a generation learn how to break rules.
You have to pass this knowledge. It comes from the mouths of the elders. It's an oral tradition.
Okay. Well, thank you, Gabriel.
You have a good night, Tom.
You too. Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.
Bye. FMU, you're on the air.
Hi, Tom. I'm on my way to the Pathmark right now. That last caller inspired me so much. Just with explaining how to stick the pin into the shaving cream, I was transformed. Even though I'm 27, I was transformed back to 13, and I can't wait to get home and stick the pin in there and light it with the lighter. Maybe I have an infant daughter. Maybe I'll have her watch.
Teach them young. Teach them young, according to that guy.
Exactly.
I'm not in favor of that. Not
a great call.
Not the kids. You know what you should do? You should go to the Pathmark, buy like 6 dozen eggs, right? like 10 cans of shaving cream and just set the kids up in the neighborhood with it.
I actually live in a neighborhood where there are a lot of. I can really set them. I can really set them off.
Well, do it. Give the kids. It's like arming the kids with the shaving cream and the eggs.
And I really don't. I don't think that they know about sticking the pin into the shaving cream. That was one of the most informative things I've heard on the radio.
And then
in a
lighting,
very, very long time.
and then putting a flame right next to like a something that has completely compressed. I really thank you for calling, because I actually just want to say right now, no one do that.
Exactly.
Okay.
But like, always have your parents watch, kids.
Just no one do that though. Don't copy what that guy said. No one do that.
Exactly. The thoughts expressed in this phone call do not match the thoughts of WFMU.
Exactly, because I started, now that I'm talking to you, I'm thinking, when he was saying it, I was listening, like, oh, it's interesting, I did the thing, and now I'm like talking to you, and it's like, wait, no, you don't put a flame next to a can of shaving cream.
Exactly. This was almost like that WKRP episode where Johnny Fever told everybody to throw garbage at City Hall, and everybody went down and threw garbage at City Hall.
I vaguely remember the episode.
You got to be careful about what you broadcast. That's the whole point.
You've got to have some responsibility.
Exactly. I'm pulling into the Pathmark right now, so I should go.
Help the kids out tonight. You know what, though? It would be, like, ironic if you were the one that got hit harder than anyone else with the own stuff you bought.
I really have no intention, because I totally believe in karma like that.
It would come back to you.
Exactly. So I'm actually at the Pathmark just buying milk for the baby.
You shouldn't even be buying milk for your child.
What's she going to drink? Shaving cream?
Get away from the dairy. Get the kids off the dairy. It's not good for them. There's too many hormones in it. Seriously, look into that.
What should I be feeding her then?
Soy milk.
She's...
Look into it, seriously. Search it on the internet tomorrow. God's honest truth.
I'll look into it.
Okay. Seriously do.
Okay.
All right. Good night.
Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Have a good night.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.
My little Gary Null Jr. That was like me being like, little Gary Null. WFMU, you're on the air.
Hello, Tom.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, good. How are you?
I'm all right. Hey, that's some connection you got there.
You can hear that too? Yeah, no, I'm sorry about that.
I mean, what,
It's a Radio Shack phone. What do you want? Is it really bad on your end?
It's horrifying.
All right, I'll be really quick, because I have a safe way of making the shaving cream spray farther.
Okay.
All you have to do is rip the top off it,
Uh-huh.
and then get a kind of aerosol spray from a hairspray or, spray on deodorant.
Okay, so you're changing, it's like changing the...
You're just changing the nozzle, because there's like a white thing that sticks up when you rip the top off the shaving cream nozzle. And you just put that one on there, and it'll act like it'll like atomize it,
Really?
Right. Well, not, you know what I mean.
I know what you mean, but have you done that?
Yeah, that's what we used to do.
Are you going out tonight?
I'd like to, but I'm too old and kids are too rough around here.
You think you just get beat up?
Yeah.
You'd be like, hey guys, let's throw eggs at people. And they'd be like, hey, let's shoot you.
Yeah.
Is that what you think?
Probably.
They'd be like, hey, we're just going to beat you up. And you'll be like, oh, let's toilet paper that guy's house. And they'll be like, no, I think we're going to take all the money in your wallet and beat you within an inch of your life.
That's probably how it'd go. But
you know what they should do? They should beat that horrible phone of yours within an inch of its life.
I'm sorry about that.
You should go toilet paper the Radio Shack that sold you this phone.
Hey, did you grow up in New Jersey?
Yes, I did.
Did you used to go out on Mischief Night?
I really never was a big Mischief Night person. I was always fascinated with it. And I grew up in a town where I was at the opposite end of the town, where everyone, like all the bad kids were on the other end of town.
I see.
And like I lived on this end, it was just kind of like...
the right side of the tracks.
Yeah, it wasn't even the right side of the tracks. It just was a lower, like there were just less kids on my end of town.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't this like compacted, universe of kids with the full dynamic was not in effect in my neighborhood. It was kind of like, but over there it was, It was like Mischief Night City.
All right. Yeah, I remember where I was growing up. It was
Did you ever see that movie, Mischief Night City?
No, I must understand.
You know who's in it?
Who?
No one, because it doesn't exist.
You should make it.
We should.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to be in my movie?
Which, Mischief Night City?
Mischief Night City. You know who you're going to play?
I know what I'd like to play, but tell me.
You're going to play the former Mischief Night guy who was... You will be the guy who was like the legendary Mischief Night guy who is retired, and then they bring you out of retirement for
Mischief Night.
For the ultimate Mischief Night adventure.
Because like the town fathers are totally cracking down on it.
Because somehow the mayor realizes he needs Mischief Night as like a way to like instill fear in his constituency so that they'll vote for him come the first week of November. Don't you see? This is actually a real movie. So he gets you, the vandal, to come out of retirement to like harass the town. Oh, I'm going to stop talking about this. I actually would see this movie if it actually existed. I would see that movie.
Lock this up, sit on it. And
guess what?
About
You want to know what?
What?
You have no claim to Mischief Night City.
Oh, I wouldn't do that to you.
Say that again?
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't steal your idea.
Say this though. Just say.
I have no claim to Mischief Night City.
There we go. That's all I needed to hear.
Hey, but the thing I was saying was, did you guys? So you never heard of the egg van, did you? Or did you not have that?
The egg van? No.
Yeah, because that was like supposedly if you went out on Mischief Night, there was like a black van that would creep around this town and just bombard you with eggs if they caught you. And they were like older kids targeting the younger Mischief Night kids.
There was always the fear of older kids on Mischief Night. I always remember it was always like, like kids in 8th grade would be out, and then all of a sudden it would be like, some seniors from the high school caught us and like they attacked us and not like other adults.
They took your weapons and used them against you.
Exactly. It's that's exactly. It would be like, hey, we had all those eggs and shaving cream. Now my own egg was thrown at me. Oh, the magic of Mischief Night. Well, thank you for calling.
All right.
You have a good night.
You too.
All right. Bye. Hey, everybody. You're listening to WFMU East Orange. WXHD Mount Hope worldwide on the World Wide Web at WFMU.org. My name is Tom Scharpling, and this is the best show on WFMU. Here each and every Tuesday night from 8 until 11. We're talking about Mischief Night, which it is right now. It is Mischief Night, or Cabbage Night, or Devil's Night, or Rocky Vandal Night, or Lemming Night. I want to talk to kids who are out on Mischief Night right now with cell phones, doing damage, live on the air. That's who I want on the air. Or I want to talk to people who used to go out on Mischief Night, their remembrances. Or I want to hear the other side of Mischief Night, the people who've come out in the morning to find their car soaped up, the windows, their house littered with garbage. FMU, you're on the air.
Hi, Tommy.
Hey.
Oh, it's okay to call you Tommy now?
Well, who is this?
Henry.
Henry, you know what, Henry? It's not okay to call me Tommy, ever.
Happy Mischief Night, Tommy.
Oh.
Well, you know what we used to call it, Tommy? Gate Night.
Gate Night?
You never heard of Gate Night?
No, I didn't, Henry.
I don't know where all these other people get their little regional titles, but it's Gate Night in my America.
And where is your America?
Just north of New York City. I grew up there, up in Rockland County.
Uh-huh.
Gate Night, Tommy. I think it comes from an old English thing where you would steal your neighbor's gate, take it off the hinges, and hide it somewhere.
So that's where the...
I think so.
Hey, what happened? You didn't call me Tommy on that last exchange. Well, yeah, oh, there it is. Thank you. Why must you...
We used to raise hell, Tommy. We would make dummies with leaves stuffed in them, throw them off retaining walls onto passing cars. remember a Vietnam veteran swerving and freaking out with a dummy splayed across his windshield. Made us come home. He followed us home. Made us get our parents out so he could tell them what we had done.
And did you get it?
Did we get what we had done?
Did you get what fur that night?
No.
You know what I mean?
My father snickered and said, "You Vietnam bum, get out of my house."
Well, that's some house you lived in. I could see.
He was a World War II guy.
I could see.
Hear no whining.
I thought you said he was a Vietnam guy.
My father was a.
Oh, your father was a World War II guy.
You know
so
right.
how old was your father? Like 100?
He's 80 now. Why? You got something to say?
Yeah, I do actually. I have
Kick
a whole.
your butt now, Tommy.
Bring it on. I would beat your father
Abdominal
like a rented
cancer and
mule.
all. He'd kick your ass.
Oh yeah. You tell your father to come down here. I'll smack him around like a rented mule. You too.
That's
I'll
not
go.
any way to treat a U.S. veteran. You know, whatever happened to United We Stand, Tommy?
You know what I say? Greatest.
Well, Tommy, United We Stand.
You know what? I'm sick of this greatest generation garbage.
Are you an evildoer?
No, I'm not. I'm a good guy.
I think you're one of the evil ones.
You
that
think
our
I'm one of
leader
the
talks about.
that are leader? Yeah, that's me. Yeah, I have ties to the Taliban. Yeah, you finally figured it out. Oh, thank God someone solved the mystery that I'm the one who's been getting the messages out with my radio show and all of its archives.
Yeah, I think those teenage girls had something to do with it.
Don't bring those teenage girls into this. You
Henry. My name's Henry, Tommy.
No, you cad. You know what your name is? Jerko from Jerkville, USA.
Hey, Tommy, what cool bands are you into these days?
Why don't you tell me what bands you're into?
Nothing.
What's the last album you bought?
Nothing.
You can tell me. Come on, tell me.
I'm thinking.
Think.
Left.
I thought I smelled something burning.
Tommy.
So what was the last album you bought?
We've gotten off the subject of gate night.
We're on the subject of
We
Henry.
used to have riots with the local police. Eggs, ring doorbells, M80s on steps, smoke bombs rolled into living rooms. It was the mid-'70s, early mid-'70s, Tommy. 30, 40 kids out every night. Parents didn't know where you were. You came home for dinner if you were hungry. You know what I'm talking about? Where'd you go up, Tommy? Some leafy burb? Tommy? Tommy? Tommy, can you hear me? Tommy? Go to hell, Tommy.
Oh, that's the spirit. That's so kind. Henry, how dare you? You come down here with your father. Oh, well, I'll beat the both of you up. WFMU, you're on the air.
Yeah, I just wanted to let you know that where I grew up, we had soap night, which was the night before Mischief Night. So we had 2 nights prior to Halloween.
Really?
Yes.
And what was that night called?
Soap night, you know, like soap, like you wash yourself.
Okay.
And, you know, that night was designated just for people to go around and soap up cars. And then Mischief Night, well, of course, was more of the traditional things like you're talking about tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my friends and I, we used to have something called the pizza bomb.
The pizza bomb.
Uh-huh.
And what is the pizza bomb?
Well, basically what we would do is drive around in the car, and we would like look for people waiting for the bus or something like that, and take a slice of scalding hot pizza and basically whip it at their head.
That is the worst thing I've ever heard in my life.
Oh my God, you should hear them scream.
So, you're making that up?
No, absolutely. We absolutely have done that. And another thing we used to do.
So you would, hold on a second. You would buy, what would you do? You'd buy a pizza?
Yeah, large plane.
A large plain pie.
Right.
And then you'd say, make it.
Sorry, wait. Extra sauce, because that would help the, you know.
Uh-huh.
heat factor, and it would splatter and probably do more damage.
Now you're telling the truth on this one.
Absolutely.
A pizza bomb.
Pizza bomb.
And who did you hit with a pizza bomb? Yourself.
You know what? Usually I was the driver because I was the oldest.
So who did you see hit by a pizza bomb? Did you ever see an old woman?
No, I would say the most prominent memory of that was probably a man. For some reason, it was like in a business suit at that time of night. I don't know what he was doing.
Oh, that's good. A man in a business suit. You know why? You know why that's good?
Why?
See some jerk working. What if that guy, though? Let me just play devil's advocate here for a second.
Sure, go ahead.
What if that guy was unemployed?
Uh-huh.
Putting on a suit, right?
Right.
Trying to get a job.
Uh-huh.
Going out on job interviews because his family's kind of hungry, right? So he's got it putting on his only suit, right?
That's right.
And he's coming home from a hard day of interviews. Got turned down again. He's got 3 more the next day.
I'm right there.
And then a pizza bomb hits him.
Right.
And ruins his suit.
Yeah.
Don't you owe that man an apology? Find that man.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So you want to hear something else that we did, actually?
But then again, that guy could have been like a rich jerk. But then again, he wouldn't have been at the bus station if he was like a really rich guy.
Uh-huh.
You should have gone after the guys in the Cadillacs with those pizza bombs.
Well, we were kids. We didn't really...
I know. I know. I'm just...
All right, I want to tell you about this other thing that my friends and I used to do.
Okay.
And I'm sure you've heard about this.
The egg van?
No. We used to get...
the calzone bomb?
No, we used to defecate into brown paper bags.
Oh. No, I don't want to know about this.
Well...
that's it. Goodbye. That's it. Goodbye. My show is not meant to be a celebration of the lowest that the human condition can bring forth. WFMU, you're on the air.
I got to follow that. I got to follow diarrhea and the lowest that the human condition can bring forth. How do you follow that?
If anyone could follow it, you could.
I know.
I was trying to set it's like a limbo
Tom, it's
contest.
crispy, but you know that already.
I know. How are you doing tonight, Chris?
I'm good. First, I want to thank you for your help a couple of Fridays ago.
Oh, well, no problem. That was, I engineered, didn't engineer, I ran the board back here at the station while you did the broadcast from the Museum of Television and Radio.
And boy, that was a good time for all.
Now tell me about Richard Neer. We can get like Richard Neer under...
Richard Neer used to go out on Mischief Night, and I don't know what he did on Mischief Night. I have no idea. But he was actually a really friendly guy, and I got to say, he came up to me after the show and said, anytime you want me to come on, if you have a guest that's, like, absent or can't make it, give me a ring. I'm in New Jersey.
How was that book?
The book's good. The book's a worthy read.
It's a legitimate...
Especially for fans of FM radio and freeform.
It sounds
FMU gets a lot of play in that book.
It sounds like an interesting book.
It is an interesting book.
I didn't. When I heard about it, I hoped that it would deliver on its promise of somebody who's been in the field for so long.
Yeah, he dishes some dirt. Talks about Larry Berger a lot.
Okay.
I went to the WPLJ seminar at the museum, and they dished on Larry Berger quite a bit, which I thought was hilarious. Because we all know his son, of course.
That's right.
And it was in the Daily News today that Larry Berger is shopping another format around.
And
apparently.
What format is that?
It's called Mischief Night. No, I don't know. It's actually like it's supposed to emulate the WPLJ stuff about the best rock music or whatever the hell they call it. It's a whole package.
I mean, where it's like it's rock without rap. Like
well,
that kind of thing.
He talked in the Daily News about how it would just be like, it wouldn't be like all these slick promos. It sounded almost like he was talking about like FMU. You know what I mean? It'd just be humans talking to humans, that kind of thing.
But it would be a completely mutated version of how you'd think that should be, and it would be probably worse than slick things.
Right. It would be highly formatted so as not to sound formatted.
Yeah.
That's right.
But, that's... I wish him the best. Like, I remember Larry Berger when... I remember when I used to listen to radio, and then PLJ, like, all of a sudden, like, we were at school the next day, and some kid's like, they played Michael Jackson on PLJ last night. And the kid was, like, furious, and it's like, you could see that it was like, they didn't make the change, like, it wasn't just, like, they didn't turn the light switch on and off. I guess there was, like, a 2-day thing where they, like, slipped the stuff in,
right?
At an
they
increasing
split Michael
rate.
Jackson in earlier because it had Eddie Van Halen on it, that Beat It record.
But exactly, but people were
Right.
just, the writing really, if you look back now, you see that they were just trying to shift formats piece by piece rather than just doing a complete transition, because they started playing a few songs that were just out of what people expected from AOR.
Mm-hmm.
And then Larry Berger did one of those famous, what were they, on Sunday nights?
Yeah.
Those things, I remember listening to those. And he, where he explained, the
I
format.
used to call into those. I had somewhere in my vast collection of cassettes is a tape of me calling Larry Berger in the mid-'70s when he would take calls from listeners about what they should be doing with their programming.
So I give the guy credit. He actually, there was no other station where within the rock field, for lack of a better term, where somebody would actually put their own neck, they would put their face on the changes,
right,
and put their neck out there for callers to actually talk to the guy on the air about it.
Yeah, if you think about it, it is sort of like unprecedented that would happen now.
Yeah.
Because now your calls are restricted to what you call your talk radio.
Yeah, or they would, I guess Sunday night was always the vague dumping ground of those stations, but still, to have it on at any point is impressive. So let's get to the subject at hand, though, because
I was calling because Mischief Night was never really big where I grew up. We used to really save our mischief for Halloween. We didn't break it up over the course of 2 evenings.
Okay.
If we were going to create mischief, it was done while we were actually trick-or-treating, and we would take our socks filled with chalk with us to, whap other kids with, so they would go home all covered with colored chalk, which, when I think about it now, it seems like as innocent as a Norman Rockwell painting. The idea of kids whapping each other with socks filled with chalk has a certain...
Was it the fact that no one got hurt that makes it like that? I guess in retrospect, no one did get hurt.
No, the worst that would happen is one year a kid, I don't know if anybody's called yet. I've been listening to the show for the last 20 minutes, and I'm not sure if anyone called about this yet, but Nair. The whole Nair thing?
Yeah, no one mentioned Nair.
Okay, but there was one year where a kid got sprayed so bad with Nair that he came to school the next day completely bald. They had gotten his whole head and his eyebrows, and he just looked like a baby seal.
Yeah, that would never happen now. That would be like a lawsuit. It would be lawsuit time.
Right. Yeah. But the Nair was huge, and it got to the point where it was becoming nasty, where the intention was not just to create mischief, but to hurt a whole other clique of kids.
Yes.
And inflict maximum damage without drawing blood.
Yeah.
I think is what it was about.
Yeah, blood would be the demarcation line.
Right. You'd send them home hobbled and humiliated, but with their flesh intact.
But to fight another day.
But in other cities like Detroit, Mischief Night is a huge problem.
Yeah, it's literally I said before, it's like them, they burn the town down, but I know I exaggerated a little bit, but they do. Didn't
they have one of those a few years ago where they did there was this rioting that went on, and it was this whole...
It's a huge night for the fire department. They have to go put out when the buildings just get torched in Detroit.
And I have no idea how this started. Did you talk at all about, the origins of Mischief Night? Because, I think it's very regional. I don't think that, where I came from, people knew about Mischief Night. The kids knew about it.
I got an email from somebody in Vermont who used to go out and egg people's houses, and somebody in Colorado did the same thing. So, it seems like it must have been, it wasn't coast to coast in every town, but I think it was a national thing in, pockets spread. Hey, Chris, there's a call from Yankee Stadium coming in.
Oh, that sounds exciting. I'll listen to this.
Okay, I appreciate you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for calling. Bye-bye. WFMU, you're on the air.
Hey, Tom.
Hey.
How are you?
All right, who's this?
This is Jason.
This is Jason, WFMU's own Jason.
Yeah, indeed.
And where are you?
I'm right now sitting in Yankee Stadium at the World Series.
You're at the Game 3 of the World Series.
Indeed, yeah.
And what's the score?
The score? I think it's tied at 1 point.
1 point.
Yeah.
Now, are you a big baseball fan?
I'm not, but I like being at baseball games, definitely, you know.
Do the chant. Do the chant.
I just missed it.
No, do it. Do Rock and Roll Part 2 for us.
Hey! Then they just faded it down as soon as I started, you know. But the music's been pretty good. We heard the Ramones and the Clash and Big Audio Dynamite.
Now, where are your seats?
They're pretty good. Where are our seats? We're out in left field somewhere, but yeah, everyone agrees they're good seats. We have a good view, and you know, we got to see the president, and they had a little bald eagle flying around.
Really?
And the world's biggest flag. It was great. One thing after another. They had F-14s flying over the stadium.
So this is an exciting night.
It is, yeah.
And
no mischief, though.
You know, the great thing is that there's some baseball fan right now who's like furious that like a non-fan is like sitting in a seat that he's like spiritually entitled to. I'm not saying you shouldn't be there. I'm happy for you.
I'm
clap,
happy
clap, do the clap.
See, they stopped it as soon as I start to get with it. They fade it down.
Well, let's get ready for the next one. You know it's going to happen any second.
But I don't know what it's going to be. They don't give you any warning.
You're a smart guy. You can think on your feet.
Yeah, maybe. And you know what? I see empty seats. So all those baseball fans, they should be mad. They're probably keeping them empty for the Secret Service or something.
They probably are. Yell something out.
Let's go Yankees! Woo! It's a quiet moment right now, Tom. Nothing's happening.
Yeah, can you hand the phone to another Yankee fan and tell them they're on the radio?
I've got a real Yankee fan for you. Hang
Okay.
on. Josh!
Yeah.
There we go.
Hello, Tom.
Hey, who's this?
This is Carlo.
Carlo. Who's that?
Yeah, we're at the game here,
Uh-huh.
and it's pretty mellow considering it's a World Series game.
Hey, thanks for keeping me in mind for those tickets, Carlo.
Oh, anytime.
That was generous of you. I guess maybe I can go to Game 8 with you.
Yeah, anytime, my friend.
How dare you?
You want us to call a play?
Do I want to call? Do you to call a play?
We have one play right here. Want me to call it?
Yeah, let's get some.
All right. Chuck Knobloch up at bat. It's 2-2. Here's the delivery. He pops up. Foul. And people. All right.
That is the worst delivery I've ever heard.
Well, I'm not very polished, I admit it. You want me to put Jason back on?
No, I want to hand the phone to a random fan.
Okay, I'm going to hand
tell him
it to a random fan.
That you don't know. Tell him there's a radio station talking to Yankee fans.
Okay, hang on 1 second.
We heard that.
I'm not random.
I know you're not random. Is this April?
Yes.
How are you tonight?
Good. How are you doing?
All right. I want to talk to somebody who's completely random, who you don't know. Say, hey, this radio station wants to talk to Yankee fans.
I will do that. We're here with Jason's dad, who doesn't want to go on the air at all.
Okay. Well, we're not going to force him on
Yeah,
there.
we're not going to force him. But let me ask someone right now. Just
Okay.
a second. Excuse me? I'm on the phone with a radio station right now, and it's being broadcast. But would you be interested in talking to this person?
40%.
It's being broadcast right now on the radio. Would you be interested in talking on air right now on the phone?
What radio station?
WFMU. It's a radio station based in Jersey City that broadcasts to the area. Are you sure? Are you guys sure? He's a nice guy.
We want to talk to a Yankee, like a super fan.
Are you a super Yankees fan? Any one of you guys? Well, who really is a fan? Who's going to say that? You're a big fan. Right now, do you want to talk to this person who's on the radio? No one wants to talk to you, Tom.
Oh, you can do better than that.
I'm trying. I just tried a whole group of people. Let me try another person.
Okay, well, thank you. I appreciate you doing it.
Okay. Do you want to go on the air and talk to this person who's broadcasting right now? He wants to talk to a Yankees fan. He'll ask you questions. Just be yourself, okay? Hey, just a second, Tom. His name is Tom. Hi, Tom.
Hi, who do we have on the air with us?
Hi.
What's
I'm
your name? Nicole? Hey, Nicole, welcome to the airwaves on WFMU. Are you a big Yankee fan?
Yeah.
Oh, so what's the score of the game right now?
What?
What's the score? Yeah.
It's 1-1.
What inning are we in?
The bottom of the fifth.
You think the Yankees are going all the way this year, Nicole?
Yep.
Let's get a big Yankee cheer from you for the radio audience, huh?
Woo!
Well, thank you, Nicole.
You're welcome. Hello?
Who's this?
This is April.
Oh, hey, okay. Now I can stop talking like an announcer. Okay.
Oh, okay. She just handed the phone back.
Well, that was nice. Well, thank you, April.
You're welcome. We actually thought that we might have a Kate number 3 situation on our hands. So.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, can you bring me back something from the stadium?
Sure, what do you want?
I want a, like an original game-worn jersey.
I can't hear you. I'm sorry. A game one what?
I want a jersey that was actually worn in a game. Okay?
I can't do that.
You got to buy one for me.
How much does that cost?
Probably like $1,100.
I don't have that kind of money.
Do you have a credit card?
I'm not going to do that.
Come on.
No.
Don't be a stiff. Tell Carlo to buy it. He'll fall. Tell him that I said I would pay him back, but I won't.
Will you say how dare you?
Will I say to you?
Yeah.
How dare you? Is that a catchphrase now?
Yeah.
Is that my A? How dare you?
Carlo was doing it for us earlier. He does it really well.
Well, it's good to know there's something he does well.
Yeah, I was standing and
Wah,
talking on the phone, and I just got yelled at by everybody here.
Really?
So
Can I
they're really unimpressed by WFMU.
Can I talk to Carla for one more second?
Sure, just a
Thanks.
second.
Thank you, April.
What do you want now? Here. Yeah.
Hey, can you pick me
Yeah.
up something?
What do you want?
Game-worn jersey.
Yeah. I don't think you're going to get a game one jersey here.
Why not?
If you want, I'll get you a souvenir. How's that?
Can you get me something that says like Yankees?
What do you
Yankees. Something that says Yankees suck.
No, I'm not gonna. You're not gonna find that here.
I want a shirt that says. Here's what I want. A shirt that says. It says I root for two teams: the Diamondbacks and whoever the Yankees are playing.
I don't think I'm gonna find that at this particular game.
I want that.
But if you want something else, I'll be more than happy to pick it up for
Hey,
you.
now did they check your IQ before you went in the stadium? I mean, how'd you get in there? Because I think
Walked
there's
right in. Although security's unbelievable here.
It's
So
like
they have-
50. It's like 50 is the maximum that they allow in there, right? Like an IQ of
no,
50.
I think they allow all IQs. They
No,
have bomb-sniffing dogs at this place.
I want-
I can't believe the security.
really.
Yeah, you had to go through metal detectors and everything. And they just popped out. Yankees just made a third out.
Now, did they look at you a little askance?
Yeah, I got checked. They asked me to go through the thing a few times.
Really?
Yeah,
Did
they questioned me a little.
Did they take you in a side room?
But I took it in stride. I didn't get mad. You know?
They didn't take you in. Oh,
No.
sing YMCA for us.
Yeah, it's on right now. They're now the groundskeeper is doing a dance
But
for the YMCA.
you sing along. Sing along.
Sing along?
Yeah, you.
All right, you want Jason to join too?
Yeah.
All ready? Young man. Go there. You need to be unhappy.
Oh, this is the worst radio I've ever heard. I got to hang up on them. I know they're at Yankee Stadium, but that was horrifying. FMU, you're on the air.
Hey, is this Tom?
Yes, it is.
Hey, Tom, this is Jonas from Seattle, Washington.
All right, how you doing out there?
Pretty good. I listen to you guys on the line all the time.
Fantastic.
I might be able to find you a Yankees sucks shirt out here.
That's for sure. Do you know who's worse than the Yankees?
Who's that?
The Mariners.
Ah.
You know why?
Why's that?
'Cause they lost.
Well, yeah, they did lost. Well, you know.
Were you
What can I
disappointed
say?
that the Mojo? What happened to the Mojo?
Mojo, I don't know. Mojo petered out when
Were
it
you-
came down to it.
Were you a big Mojo fan? Were you just like one of the Mariners guys going crazy?
No, not really. I mean, I watched them. I've kind of been getting into them lately. The last a couple years ago they lost about 100 games, so that wasn't too fun. But
I know who your favorite player is.
who's that?
Ichiro.
Well, yeah.
Right?
Of course.
I told you I knew who your favorite player was.
Yeah.
I know who your other favorite player is.
Who's that?
Is Edgar Martinez.
I don't like Edgar.
Sure you do.
Nah.
Yes, you
He's
do.
okay, but, you know.
You know who your other favorite player is?
Who's that?
Gary Payton.
Gary Payton? Nah, Gary Payton's a punk.
The glove.
What's that?
The glove. Hey, wasn't that awesome when you guys got Patrick Ewing and it turned out he couldn't play?
Yeah, that was nice,
Wasn't that hilarious?
Oh, I don't know.
But you know, this isn't a sports show.
Yeah, that's true. We're talking about
Mischief Night.
Mischief Night, yeah.
What do you call
were
it out
talking
there?
What's that?
What do you call it out there in Seattle?
We used to call it Egg Night.
Okay.
Actually, I'm originally from Friday Harbor, which is on a island in the Puget Sound.
Uh-huh.
Small island, and we used to go out the night before and on Halloween night, and it was basically like everybody against the jocks kind of a thing.
Really?
Like,
So
stoners, skateboarders, all my friends were skateboarders kind of thing. So we'd go out and basically just look for people to hunt down. It's a small town. There's like, 300 people in our class.
So what's the worst thing you ever did on Mischief Night?
Worst thing I ever did on Mischief Night? We tried to shoot out the porch lights of a teacher that we didn't like with a BB gun.
That's not right.
Kind of a drive-by thing.
Did you feel bad?
No, I didn't really feel bad.
Did you know
it was kind of exciting?
You knew it was the wrong thing to do, though, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, we were hiding in the bushes across the street from his house. Sniping at his house with a gun.
Now, what would have happened if that guy, the teacher, came out and you shot him with a BB gun? By accident?
I don't think we would have shot him with a BB gun. There was plenty of light out.
And then you were in jail.
And I was in jail?
Yeah, you got picked up.
What was that?
And then you got picked up by the fuzz and thrown in jail.
Well, I don't know. Probably wouldn't have been too much fun.
No, being in jail probably wouldn't be that much fun. No. Hey, so what else is going on in Seattle out there real quick?
Geez, it's raining like crazy.
Uh-huh.
And that's about it. I haven't heard anything really going off tonight as far as sirens or excitement like that.
Any good hot rockin' bands out in Seattle?
Yeah, actually, there's a band that I've been kind of listening to called the Pinkos.
The Pinkos?
Yeah.
And what are they like?
It's kind of like a duo. It's the drummer from the Gits.
Okay.
And you've probably heard of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure who the woman is. She's a singer, guitar player. It's acoustic guitar, but she really overdrives her guitar. And it's like political kind of commentary stuff.
Sounds good. Do they have a record out?
Yeah, they do. It's on Empty Records.
Okay. Well, we
yeah,
know
it's
Empty.
Cool.
All right. Well, I appreciate your call, Jonas.
Yeah, it's good to talk to you. I'm hearing you over the internet right now.
That's fantastic. I appreciate you listening and just listening.
Yeah, I tell all my friends about it.
That's awesome.
Cool, Tom.
Are you a friend of Tom?
My friend Tom?
Did you join yet?
No, I didn't actually this year. A friend of mine just turned me on to you guys a couple of months ago.
Uh-huh.
So next year I'm going to be subscribing.
Okay, well, that's awesome.
So, yeah.
All right, thanks a lot, Jonas.
Keep it up.
Okay,
Thanks a lot,
right,
man.
Bye.
Later.
FMU, you're on the air.
Hi, Tom.
Hi.
How's it going?
It's going all right.
You know what I really hate, Tom?
What's that?
I hate baseball.
And who's this?
This is Natalie.
Natalie?
Yeah.
A.K.A.?
I don't know. You're going to have to help me.
What's the other name you go under? Kate 1.
Yeah. Kate 1.
Hey, Kate 1, guess who's here?
Tom?
Well, obviously I'm here.
Dave.
Dave is obviously here. As you well know. You spoke to him.
Nadia.
Yes, Nadia is here.
Really?
Yes. Do you want to say hi to Nadia?
No.
No?
Yeah, I do.
Yes.
No.
No? Why not?
Yeah, I do.
Yes. What is it going to be, no or yes?
Yes.
Yes. Nadia? Hello?
She's not interested. I don't think she wants to talk to me.
You want to say hi? You can go on that mic right there, please. She's working here at the station.
What does she do at this station? Does she just like stuff envelopes and stuff?
She volunteers. You want to put headphones on, please? Yes, exactly. She stuffs envelopes and helps out. Scrubs the toilet out. You want? Well, okay.
Did you get the package yet?
No, not yet.
No.
You sent me a pack. Appreciate that. Say hello.
Hi. Hi.
Do you remember? Do you remember Kate 1, Nadia?
Yes.
And how about you, Kate 1? Do you remember Nadia?
Mm-hmm.
So, did you guys have fun on Teenage Girl Night?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think you were asking that, Tom.
Well, I'm asking again.
Yeah, I had lots of fun.
Do you feel cool now because of it?
Yeah.
No.
I'm definitely the coolest kid in school.
Really?
Definitely.
Well, see? Teenage Girl Night builds self-esteem for this nation's youth. Well, that's why it's a program I'm going to be launching throughout different schools.
That's a good idea.
You think so?
No, not really.
No? What? All right. Well, thank you, Kate. There are other calls coming in. And we've done... I don't want the show to be teenage girl-driven. Okay?
Bye, Tom.
But I appreciate you calling. And I'll look forward to receiving the package.
Okay.
Okay?
Bye.
Well, thank you. Bye. What's going on there? Are you leaving? You can go. FMU, you're on the air.
Hey Tom, I can't hear you so good.
How about now?
Oh yeah. How you doing?
All right, how are you?
Hey, pretty good. I just wanted to tell you what we used to do on Halloween. Hey, it's my birthday tomorrow too.
Really? Happy birthday.
Thanks.
How old are you?
I'll be 29 tomorrow.
Really? And what is your name?
Scott.
Scott?
Can you hang on? I'm going to turn the radio down.
Okay, please do that.
Scott, can you hang on? Okay, sorry.
That's all right.
Yeah. We used to take a big roll of a new saran wrap.
Mhm.
We lived kind of in the suburbs, and we used to string it across the road so that when cars were driving toward it, they wouldn't know what the heck they were about to hit. They'd all freak out and get out of their car.
So wait, how did you do this now? Just explain. You took the saran wrap.
Took a roll of saran wrap,
Mm-hmm.
and we tied it to like a sign on the side of the road,
Okay.
and ran it across the other side to a tree or another sign.
So their headlights would reflect off this thing. Maybe they thought they were driving to like Spider-Man's web or something.
Something like that. And then to enhance the effect,
Uh-huh.
since we knew they'd be getting out of their car, sometimes we would get our old clothes, and it sucks that sometimes we would lose the clothes and we'd get in trouble. But we would dress them up and stuff them with newspapers and get a milk carton and spray paint it tannish because we're white kids from the suburbs,
Mm-hmm.
and put blood all around, like ketchup all around the head, and leave it sort of half in the bushes, half under a street light.
Uh-huh.
And they would get out and they'd kind of freak out. Sometimes they'd run back in their car. Sometimes they'd take the clothes, and, like if there were other teenagers, they'd take the clothes, throw them in the trunk, or kick it around or something.
Now, did you ever see people? You would watch from the bushes,
right?
And you would see you actually saw this thing play itself out.
Yeah, that was the fun of it.
And what did they do? Like, I mean, were they legitimately upset?
Sometimes, nah, not really. I mean, they'd kind of feel like, I just played for a sucker. You know, the best thing you could do, though, when you want to play people for a sucker, we used to do this. I went to school in Madison. We used to if you found a purse or something like that, buy a purse at Goodwill. There's tons of cool purse tricks you can do.
Mm-hmm.
But one of them, excuse me, is there's a sort of not busy but big intersection.
Okay.
So that every stoplight there'd maybe be one or two cars lined up there,
Mm-hmm.
and it was pretty wide. And so there's sort of a bushy type area by a parking structure, and we would take a purse and we'd put it in the middle of the intersection so that when a car drove up to it to stop, they'd be able to reach out and grab it and be tied to a fishing line. And as soon as they opened the door, yank the purse away, and they'd feel really stupid. And sometimes they'd even run right right through the red light just to get away because they figured someone must be watching, and they tried to grab somebody's purse.
So you were kind of like taking the position of judge and jury.
Yeah.
It was like a sting operation.
Yeah, kind of. We never bothered filming it or anything. We just kind of just to be there.
Well, but it was in good fun. Did anybody ever get hurt?
Oh, no. It was a good fun. The only time I almost got beat up was when we used to. There's these high bushes by this one kind of busy road where I grew up, and we used to throw water balloons at the cars over the bushes, and it would make these really loud noises, and I think they were apples or rocks or something like that. They're just water balloons. So we always did harmless stuff, but we'd make people think it wasn't harmless. We never did eggs or anything like that.
Okay.
And then we had this perfect path planned out. It's pretty dark where we used to live. There aren't streetlights in this area. We would run through all these woods, and so there's a lot of other teenagers in the area. This is before we had our driver's licenses, and they'd squeal on their brakes, or they'd drive by and then come by again, knowing that we were there, and jump out of their car and run after us, and they'd never catch us. Except one time, I almost got caught. But he recognized me because he knew my sister, so he didn't beat me up.
I remember one time my father told me a story. He had to he had to go to Baltimore for some work.
From where?
From New Jersey. Like he was coming back on October 30th, and he drove like the length of, the 5 hours from Baltimore all the way into New Jersey. And as soon as he pulled into like his, it was a small New Jersey town, that's when his car got hit by an egg. Just like, it's like you drive for hours and hours, and the first sign of mischief you see is in your own town.
They say that's where people are most likely to get in accidents, right outside their house or right near their house.
Yeah, it was just funny that, like, he didn't get hit by the kids in Maryland, or the kids in South Jersey didn't hit him, or Delaware.
You grew up in a bad neighborhood.
I say I really didn't. That's the scary thing. I just got an email from somebody here who says that a guy in elementary school told him, this is Matt emailing, said that if you put a bologna, like a slice of bologna, like Oscar Mayer bologna, on a car and it sits there overnight, when you peel it off the next morning, it takes the paint with it.
Oh, that's what I was going to say about eggs. My dad got hit with eggs once, and he freaked out because he washed his car immediately because the eggs will take paint off, too.
Yeah, because I guess it's just the, they just start to corrode the paint job.
Right. See, that's one thing, we never did that kind of stuff. We always made sure it was harmless. Like, we used to go to our high school in the summer, right, like a couple weeks before school started, and we used to get, like, between 10 and 20 guys all together, sometimes girls, and we'd call the cops on ourselves saying we saw some people breaking into the high school. And there'd be cops everywhere chasing us around like crazy, and we usually never got caught. It's just, good fun, but there's elements of danger all over the place, even though we never did anything.
Well, I appreciate you calling. It was an interesting call.
Yeah, well, thanks for having a great show.
Oh, geez, thanks a lot.
Oh, go on.
You have a good night.
Okay, bye.
Bye. 201-200-9368 is the phone number. This is the best show on WFMU. We are talking about Mischief Night. How people used to go out on Mischief Night. I wanted to talk to kids who are out right now, but they haven't come through for me. Or I want to talk to someone who's been victimized by mischief on Mischief Night. The other side of Mischief Night, the ugly side. Hey, let's play a record. Who likes music, huh? The phone number, 201-200-9368. The email address, toms@wfmu.org. Here's something from Ted Shred on WFMU.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man, just whatever a spider can. In the web, any size, can you see? Just like light, look out. Here comes the Spider-Man. Is he strong? Listen, bud. He's got radioactive blood. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size, catches thieves just like flies. Look out, here comes the Spider-Man. Is he strong? Listen, bud, he's got radio at the scene of a crime, by the street of light, he arrives just in time. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, wealth and fame, he's ignored. Action is his reward to him. Life is safe, wherever there's a man, you'll find a Spider-Man.
around and cry. But you'll be the sad one when I say goodbye. You're running around, your head up in the clouds. The only thing that I can say now, I hope you're proud. Well, I hope you're proud, baby. Oh, I hope you're proud. You say I live life, baby. Well, I hope you're proud. I hope you're proud, baby. Yeah, I hope you're proud. People been saying bad things about you. They say I ought to not let you do those things you do. The measures you're taking, girl, are getting a little too bold. But you'll be the one left out in the cold. You're running around the same old grouping crowd. The only thing that I can say now, I hope you're proud. Well, I hope you're proud, baby. Oh, I hope you're proud. Yeah, I hope you're proud, baby. Yeah, I hope you're proud. You say I live life, baby. Well, I hope you're proud.
Hey, everybody, this is Tom Scharpling. I'm the host of the best show on WFMU. 10 minutes left in the program at 11 p.m. The show ends. And we turn it over to Small Chisange and Nickel and Dime Radio. We just heard from the awesome Psychedelic States series. They have their Georgia in the 60s edition. We heard Yay, I Hope You're Proud by Bo Allen. Before that, the Clone Defects. When you think of the Clone Defects, you got to think of Joe Belock. He had them on his show. And the name of the album's Blood on Jupiter, and we heard Not As Good as Gold. Starting us off, Ted Shred from his album Hip Hop Versus It All. What did we hear? I can't remember. We heard something that had Spider-Man in. And you know, we're very excited. We have a special guest in the studio. If you know anything about WFMU's record fair, you're good. I think you're good. Let's we got a hot mic now? Hot mic?
Hello? Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Perfect.
Perfect. We're joined by WFMU's czar of record fairdom.
I prefer henchman, actually.
Mike Lupica, the guy responsible for the record fair. So when is the record fair?
I am quite responsible for the record fair, aren't I?
Yes.
It is this coming Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Now, as I am a potential shopper at the record fair, and am I going to find records that I like?
I would imagine that you will. You're a man of wealth and taste. I'm sure you will find excellent records that you have been seeking for many, many years.
See, I like punk rock music. Do you have any? Will the dealers be selling any of that?
There will be punk rock present.
I happen to like jazz. Will I find jazz albums?
Jazz is also expected to make a strong showing.
I don't even like music, but I like to have fun. And record shows aren't fun. And I expect this fair to be no different.
That's where you're wrong, Tom. Our record fair is a great
No,
deal
this
of
isn't
fun.
Tom. My name's Gordon.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Tom knows what the record fair's like.
Oh, I see.
See.
Never mind.
Okay.
Yes, you will. You will. There are many other distractions. There's games. There's food. There are alcoholic beverages. All kinds of great stuff. You'll even be able to play foosball. If all goes well, you'll even be able to play foosball against Tom Scharpling.
That might happen.
It might happen.
Now, where is this record fair?
Well, I'm glad you asked. The WFMU Record Fair is at the Metropolitan Pavilion, which is...
Where's that?
Well, just wait a minute. It's located at 125 West 18th Street in New York City.
What streets are those between?
That is between 6th and 7th Avenue.
So 18th between 6th and 7th Avenue?
That's correct.
What are the hours of this thing?
Well, early admission begins on Friday afternoon at 4
What's that?
You're making me feel like a robot. Early admission, if you really want to get in there before everybody else, you can belly up at 4 p.m. with $20. You give $20 to the person at the door, you get in ahead of the rest of the pack. You also get a free pass that will get you, it'll get you unlimited access for the entire weekend. You can come and go as you please.
Very fancy.
It is rather fancy.
This is Tom talking now, not Gordon.
Very well. Thanks for explaining.
Gordon doesn't know a whole lot about this record fair.
Yes.
I know everything. I've been at every single one of them. And,
well, you're a pro.
Yes. So what are I like WFMU. I like the music you play. Is the station going to be broadcasting from this thing?
Well, they most certainly will. Chris T will be on Friday afternoon in his usual time slot with Aerial View on Saturday. Greasy Kid Stuff will be on the air. They're going to have a merry-go-round for the kids right by the DJ booth. And after that, Charlie will be on. He'll have a live set from the Moldy Peaches. After Charlie, Rex will be in doing his show. And then Small Change will be on 5 to 7. And then Sunday, Glenn Jones, Bill Kelly, and Diane will all be doing their shows from the fair.
Are there restrooms there?
Yes.
How about pizza? I like pizza.
There will be.
My favorite foods are pizza. Everybody always says, Gordon, you eat so much pizza and drink so much beer, we're just going to call you Pizza and Beer Gordon. So that's what they say to me. And I actually have a medical condition. If I don't have pizza or beer within a half hour, my cells start to shrink, and I start to die. Is there pizza and or beer there?
Both are plentiful. Two Boots Pizza. It's not just, regular old, pizza down on the corner pizza. This is good stuff. I think there's even chicken on some of it.
I like chicken.
Please
Tom doesn't like chicken. Gordon
is a chicken enthusiast.
He loves chicken.
Good.
No, I don't. I'm not an enthusiast. Yes, you are, Gordon. Come on. Admit you're an enthusiast. I just love scaring Mike, just watching him. But in all seriousness, everybody, the WFMU Record Fair is this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's going to be a huge event. There are dealers from all over the place, right?
Japan, Sweden. May I give you Italy? All over the place.
So there are dealers at this, and it's like the place to be seen. You can also, I guess, like another thing is that it's a cool thing. Also, that a lot of people don't talk about how cool it is. It's like a cool crowd. Sometimes you'll see famous people walking around. Like I saw Jim Belushi at the last one, looking for he was looking for this Muddy Waters album. Actually, I don't think that was actually Jim Belushi. I think that was somebody who looked like Jim Belushi. But you might even see a guy like Small Change at the... Will you be at the record fair? Of course. If you ever wanted to meet Small Change, this is your chance this weekend. WFMU's own record fair is it's an exciting event, isn't it?
It's terrifically exciting, and I can't wait for it to be over.
And now Mike is the guy with the blue binder. He's got if you're at the fair and you see this guy who's strikingly handsome, he kind of has a like a Steve Reeves kind of like confident in his toughness, and you see him walking around with a blue binder. That's Mike. Mike's the guy you come up to and you say, you know, Mike, thanks for making this record fair happen.
Well, I hope you all come.
And
I hope you all come, and I hope you all have a great time, and you find those records, and you have your pizza and beer, and tend to your medical conditions as necessary. Do what you have to do, people, but make sure you come one way or the other.
Now, how big is this merry-go-round?
I don't know. It's for two people at a time.
So it's not like a full-on...
No. It's not a full-on carnival-sized merry-go-round.
That's what I thought.
No.
I thought literally Hovenblither maybe laid out like $450,000 and bought a full-on, like, maybe they got the one from, like, Point Pleasant, like, airlifted.
No, don't talk to me about Point Pleasant. Don't bring that up.
Hold on a second. We got a call coming in here. WFMU, you're on the air.
Hi, Tom.
Hey.
Hi, Mike. It's Pete Gallup.
Hey, Pete.
How you doing?
Very well. How about
I have
yourself?
a funny story I wanted to share about my record fair experience last time.
Okay, go ahead, Pete.
I know you were just saying you thought you saw Jim Belushi.
Mhm.
I thought I saw Todd Rundgren. I mean, this guy looked so much like Todd Rundgren, and I'm not a huge fan, but I'm a big enough fan to pretend pretend I know his work more than I do, and go up to him.
Did you go up to him?
I did, and I said, I really love your production. I love it, blah 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 blah, and he said, oh, I know who you think I am, and it wasn't Todd Rundgren, but it was Todd Rundgren's guitarist.
He looks like his guitarist.
Exactly.
It was his brother Rod Rundgren.
It was Jesse.
Jesse from MTV fame?
Yeah, I guess so.
Jesse in the 8th Street
From
Kids?
Full House, maybe, or something.
Oh, you mean Stamos, John
Yeah,
Stamos.
His name was Jesse Grass or something, but I was like very in shock. I thought this guy was pulling one on. I thought it was actually Todd Rundgren pretending to be his guitarist, but then I looked up his picture, or I looked up some web page or something, and saw that in fact his guitarist is a clone.
Okay.
And I found this all out at the record fair, so I really appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate it, Pete. We appreciate you calling. Will you be there this weekend?
Oh, yeah. I'll be there.
We appreciate that, Pete.
Okay.
Thanks for calling.
Take care.
Now, does all the money, where's this money go with this record fair?
Isn't your show over now, Tom?
When it comes to promoting the WFMU record fair, there's no such thing as shows stopping and starting. When all the money goes to WFMU, to our upkeep.
It allows us to continue operating our modest studios here in Jersey City.
Hey, now we're joined on the microphone on the round table by Small Change, a.k.a. Small Chizange. I call you now. See, the thing is, it's the word change, right? But if you add "is" in the middle of it, you'll figure it out.
Yeah,
it's coming around the hip lingo way. In about a year, you'll be talking like that.
That's all the pseudo-hip lingo, yes. Exactly. So, Tom.
Yeah?
I have a little something small to add to Mischief Night.
Okay.
From somebody I was talking to from Detroit.
Okay.
She was saying the whole vibe of Mischief Night. She's a little older.
Okay.
And she was saying it changed after the riots. It used to be kind of like a Mischief Night.
Okay.
And then it became a Devil's Night.
So
after the riots, that's when people started burning things down.
Mm-hmm. You mean the riots being the...
in the 60s,
when,
late 60s.
I thought you meant when the Pistons won the back-to-back championships. Because, it's like in Detroit, it's like almost like you almost don't want their teams to win anything. It's like... Because it's like...
Yeah, what was it, the Tigers, when they won the World Series?
Yeah, it's just like, the city is just going to be, demolished.
Destroyed.
It's like, we won! Let's destroy the city that...
we live in.
Yeah, exactly. And they never burn the arena down. It's always like, let's burn down our modest apartment complex here and our low-income housing. Let's torch that rather than torch, Beverly Hills. Like, even in L.A. they rioted when the Lakers won the championship. They were turning over police cars. And you know where they riot the most is in places like Colorado. When, like, they win, like those people out there have no idea of, like...
They just don't know how to riot, basically.
And they're just, like, all angry at, like, 100 things that have nothing to do with, like, championships. Well, I guess any riot from a sports event. It's not like, oh, I'm so happy that they won that I'm just going to burn stuff. It's like, obviously, there are other issues attached to, you know, the championship is like the fuse. That, you know, the other stuff is the powder keg.
Would you think we measure up in any capacity to the the football hooligans in Europe?
No way.
No way. We don't.
Maybe
even
out
touch
in Colorado they did,
Right.
Because like they were just like insane when they won the Stanley Cup. They were just like murdering each other.
They just kill each other in the stands.
Yeah, they were. I mean, but the soccer hooligans.
Yeah, I think the football stuff is on another level. A friend of mine actually went to they won tickets to some game in Milan. He wanted some online contest, so of course he got to the game. And him and his friend, they won tickets, so they were, of course, in the very last row, the very last seat. They were like, if their strong wind came, they were going to be blown off 90 stories because the stadiums are just out of control
And
there.
they pack them like.
He said-
it's almost like 2 times as many people in the stadium because people just climb through. Also, it's like, hey, I have a ticket. It's like, great, I'll just climb. It's like me and the 5,000 other people are just climbing over the fence. Like, hey, we're in here. We're in the confines of the arena also. So it's like, oh, you want to check ticket stubs? It's like, good luck.
Well, he was basically saying when they got out of the train station, they were 2 miles away from the stadium, and they could hear the roars from the stadium coming out of the
From 2
train
miles
station.
away. Oh my God. That's horrifying. Hey, I'm not going to go too much longer into your show here. So do you have something ready for me to play
Yeah,
here?
man, we got the Biz on CD2 there.
All right. Everybody, you're listening to WFMU East Orange, WXHD Mount Hope worldwide on the World Wide Web at WFMU.org. Get ready for the 2001 Fall Record Fair this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, November 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. I expect to see each and every one of you there. It helps the station, but it helps you. Don't be a chump. Show up. Be a champ, not a chump. That's the other thing I'm working on with the schools now. Champ, not chump. It's a whole program of self-esteem. So, hey, here's some music. And stay tuned for Nickel and Dime Radio with Small Change.